Thanks to Greg at Egosa for providing me with the keys to X4 Split Vendetta, Cradle of Humanity, Tides of Avarice, and Kingdom End expansions. Space. It's still pretty big, but I've seen most of it. These are the continuing voyages of Captain Sokka. I built an empire around my homeworld of Argon Prime and became the destroyer of Xenon. Thanks to an experiment from Bozo Ta, I found myself in a galaxy far, far away. I had to use what little Xenon technology I found to come back home. And while I'll miss the Star Destroyers, nothing beats coming back. I'm ready for whatever challenge lies before me. This is X4, a roleplay series. Sokka's log 8250209. We delivered the last of the goods to the province's adrift shipyard, so now they can get their shipyard up and running. We spoke to Numenkaret, who is ready to turn on the gate in Sanctuary of Darkness. The Kak were alerted to our presence and we fought them off. When everything was all clear, the gate reactivated and Boron ships poured through the gate. We traveled through the gate through several sectors until we finally reached Kingdom End 1. In Kingdom End, we docked up to Elias's Vigilance, which the Queen was aboard. Numenkaret, Nilati, myself, and even Bozo Ta had an audience with Queen Polyphides. Numenkaret took an office on board and delegated tasks for us to do. While others traveled to Argon space and Terran space, our job was to deliver 50 Bofu to Bozo Ta. That seems kind of interesting. Delivering the Bofu to Bozo Ta revealed that he actually hacked into the missions and made his the top priority. Now we can see that the Queen requests several tasks of us, the first being find a missing delegate of the Paranid. However, we have a highway to build. Miss Brax, confirm all weapons hot. Indeed, turrets ready to go. Tiger's Claw reports ready. King reports ready. Rattler reports ready. Nightshade reports ready. Ithaca reports ready. Lily reports ready. All right, Miss Brax, move us to the highway construction site if you please. And yeah, I know this behemoth takes quite a bit to turn. No worries, I think they're actually waiting for us to arrive before they go and get themselves shot up, and we will support. Hello, King. Yeah, if there's one ship that I'm a little bit concerned of, it's that one right there off our nose. The Rattler seems to take more damage than the other ships for sure. Ithaca usually stays back. King has been through the ringer multiple times and survived longer than the Victory did.
Hello there. Hello there.
Well, awful cheery on the bridge for what we're about to do. And Miss Brax, watch your head, if you please. That rock looks awful solid compared to everything else around. Captain Olmengantix looks like he is ready to go, posting up right outside that gate. We'll go ahead and make the jump ourselves and give Miss Brax the con. Once we get inside, the rest of the fleet should be joining us shortly. All right, we are here, everyone. Ooh, so they got a carrier coming too. That's what I like to see. All right, Miss Brax, if you please, your new order, go ahead and attack all targets in range. Really?
Awaiting orders.
So the Boron made short work of that.
I expected no less. Please direct your subordinates to dock for debriefing, maintenance, and of course, refreshments.
Ooh, I'm all about those refreshments. Get me on board. And sticking with the Ithaca theme, Menelaus's Reminiscence is a carrier, so I believe we can do a medium ship. Let's get the Gumption's Gambit on in and docked up. Mr. Jerrigan, if you please, reunite with the Tiger's Claw. And now that he has that order, we should be able to tell him to dock on up to Menelaus's Reminiscence, and we'll meet him over there. You know what, Miss Brax, just in case, things get a little bit froggy, we're going to protect a very small area of space around here auto-magically. And in Sanctuary of Darkness, that way, if the cock have other orders or, you know, things in mind they want to do, Miss Brax will be ready to engage. Yeah, and it was the weirdest thing. We got there, the Boron had that on lock, 2 carriers. I mean, they really didn't need us to bring the fleet, but we're chilling there just all the same. But I'm interested to get these refreshments and hear exactly what we're going to be doing as far as the highway building. If we have goods to deliver, we can definitely do such things as these. And there she is, Menelaus's Reminiscence with the Hong right behind. A very busy carrier, I must say. Hopefully there's a medium dock here available for us.
Queen Polyphides and the Queendom of Boron bid you a peaceful welcome aboard.
Thank you, Leeway.
Oh my, it is you! How favorable and fortuitous that our paths should cross again.
Oh, you could say
don't
that.
approach me on the bridge, I insist.
Yes, I was under the implication there would be refreshments. All right, Mr. Jerrigan, I don't know how many medium ships are going to be docking here. You might be put in storage, but I'll let you know. Feel free to come aboard for refreshments, though. I'm on my way. And I'd seriously like to know what the Nightshade is doing. I told the Nightshade to fly back here next to the gate. Nightshade went all the way the crap out there. So I have the Hong moving just back inside the gate, just to get on this side of Towering Wave. I don't believe we'll worry about repairing up the Nightshade, unless the Nightshade gets absolutely wrecked between there and here. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Down almost 1/4 health on your little excursion. Tell you what, Mr. Polar, you've done some questionable stuff, but that about takes the cake. All right, now Miss Nakano looks like she wants to take the Tiger's Claw on a joyride. Where in the gravy are you even going? Don't fly and wait. Escort the ship. Come back. Luckily, the XL shields are offsetting this storm, and we're not taking hull damage like the Nightshade, but it seems like the pilots lose their mind in Sanctuary of Darkness, and that doesn't bode well for any potential assault that we're going to be doing on that defense platform. Mr. Polar, you cost me 332,000 credits. I'll be deducting that from your paycheck, good sir. But what would take my mind off of babysitting my crew? Refreshments. All right, I am here, Lita Wee. What is your request?
I hope your journey to our ancient homeland was sprinkled with success.
Yeah, it's pretty good
As
so far.
As you may have keenly registered, my position has somewhat evolved since we last had the pleasure of meeting.
Yeah, you're the
While
Queendom
I
of
await
Boron
the
now.
summons of Her Majesty's Royal Council for redevelopment of the former provinces adrift, I have pledged myself to this intrepid defense mission.
All right, so the defense of what?
Nothing less than the construction of an advanced, state-of-the-art cross-sector highway.
I agree.
Preparations began as soon as the connection to Kingdom End was established, and most of the resource shipments have already arrived. Once our mission is complete, Boron ships will once again traverse safely between all known sectors of the Queendom without disturbing the local inhabitants.
Well, what if they disturb
If
us?
only these inhabitants had received as thorough a briefing by the Queen herself as I have on this matter.
All right, so the cock don't agree.
Indeed. As you had the pleasure of witnessing mere moments ago, the Ka'ak refused to acknowledge the merits of this undertaking.
Sure.
Precisely as I warned, when this gruesome and dreary sector's rehabilitation was first presented to me. We intrude upon their dark sanctuary, and naturally they seek to divest themselves of our presence.
All right, so what are you planning, Leeway?
Thanks to their unique warp technology, Ka'ak ship clusters continue to harry our construction ships.
Sure.
Even if these do little damage to our operation, they keep us perpetually on edge, unable to discern our opponent's grand strategy. Consequently, there can only be one response, even if it pains me to go against my deepest Boron instincts. we shall sally forth.
Sally
By
forth,
taking
I
a
like it.
forward position, we may gain valuable intelligence and divert Ka'ak attention away from our construction site.
So you need a fort. Alright, so what can I do to help?
Tragically, we have recently recorded unacceptable losses, hence the invitation to any spirited pilots in the general vicinity. Of course, you far exceed the required qualification, yet nevertheless, I would be honored and grateful to take you temporarily into the employ of Her Majesty's Expeditionary Flotilla. You may
Okay.
choose between one of our 2 most renowned flight leaders and fly a well-equipped military ship for the duration of this mission, unless you prefer to risk your own ship, of course. Once you are settled, we shall embark, like a school of Nishalan mud wranglers on the first day of swelter season.
Alright, so who are these flight leaders?
They are Tinfiga and Hukabo. At first, I had reason to question their compatibility, but this recent engagement has rapidly evaporated such worries. Royal Warden Hukabo leads Lilac Finn, a flight of corvettes sent to our aid from Kingdom End itself.
Gotcha.
I do not know him well, but it is apparent that he brings a thrilling ferocity rarely seen among our kind. Tinfiga, on the other appendage, has defended the provinces adrift for longer than I served as royal steward. Despite her mannerisms, she leads our gunboats with a cool stoicism. I can also personally attest to her unswerving loyalty and commitment to our people.
I like that. Well, as you command.
Splendid. I expected no less. Since it appears that we will not have the pleasure of further reinforcements at this time, I shall commence preparations for our embarkation post-haste.
Sure thing.
We shall speak again once you have conferred with Tinfiga and Hugabo.
So talk to the commanders, Hukabo and Tinfiga. I'll be right back. Alright, so we'll see what kind of commander material these 2 are. I do want to still bring at least the Hong. If it looks like our ships are going to be a little bit weird, I'd rather pilot the Hong myself as I did in the Xenon invasion.
By the Queen, it would require the presence of a La to converse with you in this emotional state.
I say.
Really? Then why do you not go and fetch one?
Ha! You know full well that the only La on this ship is currently preoccupied ensuring the triumph of this mission.
Comrade, it appears that we have a visitor. Just as you were calming my emotional state.
That doesn't sound too calm. Alright, Hukabo first. Nice to meet you, leader of the Lilac Fin.
What are they doing?
Wait,
Have you tried issuing a formal invitation with the official seal of Her Majesty?
Pilot,
Yes,
you may approach.
thank you. Where are my refreshments?
Yes. What is it you require?
Yeah, so Leeway was talking about you as a commander and your Lilac Fin.
Evidently, it was wise to rely on Leda Wee to send me a suitably pugnacious replacement.
Replacement,
You see,
what happened in the
one of
last
my
one?
most experienced pilots was struck down with space sickness and is confined for the time being to an aqua chamber.
Oh, that sucks.
Consequently, there remains a fully operational corvette anchored within the hold of the Menelaus Reminiscence.
Sure.
If you promise to treat this honorable ship with the respect she is due, she shall be yours until we have concluded our mission.
Oh, until we concluded. All right. So, was there a disagreement?
Nonsense. Nothing of the sort. I am merely unaccustomed to the lack of pheromonic communication, and these
Yeah, sorry, I don't
incapacious
fart to
suits
talk.
make nothing easier. My comrade in arms, who is yet to experience the splendor of Nishala's oceans, exploits her advantage brazenly and mischievously. It is evident that for the duration of our joint undertaking, it falls to me to teach this backwater boron the manners pertinent to her position.
Gotcha, you are royal through and through. And how do you operate?
We are Her Majesty's Lilac Finn, armed to the trunk, the froth of the froth. Though traditional boron conduct stipulates prudence and caution, our corvettes proceed boldly to quash any perils before they grow rampant.
Gotcha.
And as you have no doubt observed, a good smack on the appendage makes these Kahak retreat like any other foe.
Yep, I've seen it myself as well. You're not talking to a rookie here. All right, so give me a moment. We will confer with Tenfi
Very
Ga.
well, but do not keep me waiting.
Oh, no, All right, Tenfi Ga. Your companion has some strong words about your birthplace and maybe your lack of candor. What do you have for me? All right, reporting for duty, Tenfi Ga, leader of the Azure Fin.
Would you look at that? Fresh meat for the fleet. As luck would have it, one of my pilots has requested a discharge to join his relatives in Atreus clouds. If you are willing to take his place, there is a well-equipped and only slightly battered gunboat waiting for you in the carrier's internal
Corvette or
storage.
gunboat? Corvette or gunboat? Does this room look Argon? I would know.
A keen observation. The Queendom of Boron and the Argon Federation worked closely together in preparation for the Dark.
The Dark.
Turrets, military doctrine, efficient subdivision of aerated interiors, uncomfortable chairs.
Yep, sorry
If
about
you pay
that.
attention, you can see their influence everywhere.
All right, so you don't talk like a boron.
Oh my. I am, of course, fully and entirely capable of employing the verbose and ostentatious mannerisms of my people.
You just don't
Unless
want to.
I want to tease the adorable stickler over there.
Gotcha.
Or talk to my flight. Really, no time for flowery antics during a battle. So best get used to it.
Oh, no worries. I'm all go, no quit too. So how do you operate, Tenfi?
Gunboats are built to provide fire support. So that is exactly what we do. Corvettes and heavy fighters may bring the battle to a close, but our turrets dictate its flow. How does that sound? Want to join?
All right, I do like the sound of a gunboat. The longbow was a gunboat. Way back in Argon Prime, and old Brock, he did the work in it. So I will join you, Tenfaga.
Terrific. Welcome to the team.
All right, retrieve our ship from internal storage. Thank you.
Tenfi Ga has just confirmed the transferal of your, bucket.
My
to
bucket?
retrieve your ship, I suggest you peruse one of the ship consoles next to our M-class docking pads.
Got
Though
it, so
I
it's
would
in
never
storage.
prevent you from reverting to your own vessel instead, should you so desire.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it, and if I'm not too, impressed, well, we might even grab the Gumption's Gambit if we need something, a little bit more spicy. So how about the Thresher, I assume is mine?
I see you have engaged the lift.
Yes,
Observe how your ship rises majestically from the depths.
nice and slender. Undock from the Menelaus's Reminiscence. So let's compare and contrast what kind of weaponry the Thresher has versus, now that, I mean, that's a big boy.
Well, almost.
So 10,900 hull, 17,000 shields. And only 10,000 hull and 12,000 shields for Gumption's Gambit. So far, the Thresher has the advantage on that, but looking at the loadout, we have 5 Pulse Laser 2s and 2 turrets. The Thresher has 1 railgun, but it is loaded for bear on the turret front, and I do like the ability to shoot in all directions quickly. So that is sort of a tip to the Thresher. And we've never flown one of these before. Yeah, let's get on the Thresher and see what she's got. And it will be quite awesome if this becomes our ship due to our good service, I wonder? All right. Room enough for 3. What is the crew loadout on the Thresher, by the by? So it can fit 9 crew. Outstanding. So for the time being, do I transfer everyone from the Gumption's Gambit onto the Thresher, I wonder? Mr. Jerrigan, hop off the Gumption's Gambit. Get on the Thresher, if you please. Dina to the Thresher as service crew. We need some people to fire the guns. Susiles Yalos Lugos III, work somewhere else for me. Welcome to the Thresher as well. And Alvin, go ahead and get on the Thresher as service crew. We'll have Aaron Teller fly the Gumption's Gambit out of here. Cool, and Mr. Teller will head on out of the system with the Gumption's Gambit, get it docked up with a Tiger's Claw. And one thing that I think I'm going to do, this might be a little bit crazy, but I have a plan. So all 3 of our destroyers are now going to merge up with the Tiger's Claw. Go ahead and attack with Commander here. And now that the Hong is separate, I will have the Hong defend or attack with Commander Thresher. So Miss Brax should be bringing the Hong in here to follow me around in case things get hot. So the Hong will sort of be like our guardian angel. All right, time to undock. I'll take it from here, Mr. Jerrigan. And let's see what this Lark can do.
Pilot, we still need someone to hug the carrier, in case the Ka'ak tries something. Park
Gotcha.
your ship close to the turret that I have marked on your heads-up display.
Fleet, we are commencing our highway tunnel patrol. May I cordially invite you to stay on high alert since we expect a measure of Ka'ak harassment.
Gotcha. All right,
Notice how the
protect.
carrier seems to drag you along when you are close enough?
Yep, we're all good.
Is it not?
Extremely.
It allows you to rotate your ship freely so that your turrets can face approaching enemies.
Which is pretty handy indeed. Hong is in system as well. Miss Brax is trying to get it turned around. It doesn't exactly pivot well, but I believe, we're a little bit bucky, but I believe that if we do get into trouble, we can command the Hong to attack all targets within a certain range and let Miss Brax go to work. But a nice escort fleet indeed. I like the look of that. If Miss Brax can just get the Hong rotated around, we'll be sitting a lot prettier, that's for sure. All right, turrets should be on to attack fighters. Let's do all enemies for now. I don't know what kind of enemies we're gonna have, but once those turrets come online, that's gonna be interesting to see. I actually haven't given this thing a squeeze of guns yet. Oh, wow.
As expected, they are diverting a portion of their forces to investigate our movements.
No worries, Hong. Attack targets within range. Let's engage ourselves here. Get those turrets online.
We cannot tolerate your actions.
Well, crikey, I'm not doing anything, Governor. Right, there is Hong looking good coming in. And indeed, our turrets are firing. I'm not exactly seeing where they are in front of me, but the turrets certainly do. Up, Hong is going to town as well. I can recognize that stream of fire anywhere. There we go. Oh, wow, that was an earth-shattering kaboom. So this thing fires once, but it hits a ton. It kind of reminds me of the Hong's main cannon in micro form. Woo, there's some Hong fire. Nice to see you, Miss Brax. Thank you for the support. Yeah, Queensguard ain't standing much of a chance here. Looks like everything is cool.
Awaiting orders.
Yep, I got you, Miss Brax. Continue to attack with me, and we'll see what happens next. More coming, Miss Brax, if you please. Attack targets in range, and Miss Brax should get within guns range quick, fast, and in a hurry. We'll provide support for the carrier. What is the range on our big front gun? 8K. I mean, sure, it takes it a while to get on target, and it may be not there when we get there, but turrets coming online as well. Not a whole lot of shield damage either. Ooh, there's the Hong. Woo, Hong is going to town. Thank you, Miss Brax.
Queen's Guard.
Yeah, those poor... It's almost not fair, but I will take not fair if not fair is in my favor.
Imagine how swiftly our ships will scuttle past these Targ once the highway's complete.
Yeah, the highway will be nice. That is for
The
sure.
Boron will be truly united again.
All right, so far so good. Everything is awesome.
Manila.
Awaiting orders.
Yep, I got you, Miss Brax. Await further orders. All right, Miss Brax, guess what? More is coming. Break formation and open fire pretty soon. Miss Brax will be lowering the boom from her overwatch position, that is for sure. Now, this might get a little bit dicey. Yes, indeed, it looks as if a lot of cock are here. But yep, there is the Hong lowering the boom. That's what I brought Miss Brax for. That is a beautiful sight. I never get tired of that.
Awaiting orders.
Outstanding. Fall back in line, Miss Brax. We are moving on. Carrier moving along the northern edge here. I'm not sure where we're going in the grand scheme of things, but we are making positive gains.
Twist my flippers.
Okay.
I wonder if I would be this reckless if I had a jump drive like them.
Indeed, I would like to see that.
Up. More's coming, Miss Brax. If you please, attack all targets in range. Let's get them. Yes, indeed. It does look like they're trying to get us with overwhelming force. So it's a good thing that I brought a force multiplier. Yeah, a lot of cock on the board. We'll wait for Miss Hong to get within guns range. Looking for here. I don't see any earth-shattering kabooms from the Hong, as I'm used to seeing. But just a little bit of shield damage. Nothing too awful major. Nice, one more. And it looks like the carrier is launching a bit of support fire. Miss Brax is still shooting at something over there. I can't really tell. All right, everything is awesome. Oh, one more. Got it. I'm on it. Nice. Yeah, the main gun, although slow and dangerous behind the wheel, still does serve a purpose.
Awaiting orders.
And it is indeed handy to park on up until the carrier sees more fighters. In fact, we could probably command the battle from here. Just once they warp in front of us, tell Miss Brax to go to town and watch the hilarity ensue. But, you know, we've got a gunship. Let's use it. All right, Miss Brax, you know what to do. And she's probably already going to see him and lower the boom, I hope. It looks like she's in a pretty solid position.
Queen's Guard.
And if we're lucky, some of them will be distracted away from the boron carrier and try to engage the Hong directly, which usually doesn't work out for people. Okay, so yeah, these guys are getting serious now.
Protector.
Yep, there is the hail of gunfire from the Hong. And yeah, it's only a matter of time if they think they're gonna lower the boom on us. My only concern would be is if they...
Courageous defense will suffice for the remainder of this voyage. The commander has bestowed upon my flight fresh and indeed pivotal orders.
Oh, so you're gonna run off and do something else. I got it. Oh man, that thing smacked that asteroid hard. That thing was right on our side, kind of poking us in the ribs, but no worse for the wear once we get back to the carrier. We should get our shields back. And I wonder where Sonny Jim went. I guess we'll see. If the Queen has a special order for him, who am I to say no? Next one's on the board flying in. Miss Brax, you know what to do. My big concern is if Miss Brax decides to open fire and hits the carrier mostly with one of her salvos, that wouldn't be too good at all. Hopefully it's just us and our little turrets that are sort of pelting our carrier with friendly fire. Oh, there's the Hong. Nice to see ya.
Protector.
Yeah, one thing I don't think the cock foresaw was the destroyer of the Xenon coming through with the ship that basically leveled entire systems coming in for them. One more Queen's Guard bites the dust. Hong finishing up well.
Awaiting
And
orders.
another group taken care of. Now, Miss Brax, you be careful over there. Don't get in the way of the carriers. I don't think it is going to stop for you. Tally-ho, 12 o'clock off our nose. Attack all targets in range. One mo into the breach, my friends.
Bring something rather important to your attention. You will be
What is that,
pleased,
Leeway?
no doubt, to hear that your ship will be automatically repaired when docked at our carrier. For the duration of this mission, that is.
Gotcha. Cool. So take one for the team, and they'll take care of me. I like it. But with the Hong on board, I don't think that's going to be an issue. Come on, Protector. If you get any close to that Hong, nope, that's you. Oh, and our commander is lighting them up. I believe she's in that thresher there. Yep, I got you, Miss Brax. Follow me continually, if you please. No rest for the weary, Miss Brax, and you're actually leading the charge. Yeah, it'll only be a moment of time before you light those suckers up. Oh, solid shot. I do like that main cannon. If it hits a ton, kind of like the Hong. So yes, indeed, it does look like we're drawing attention from the carrier. It looks like they are trying to engage the Hong, which is probably the worst decision that they'll make in their short, miserable lives. But it is awful cool of the Boron to give us docking clearance and basically just top us up if we need. But yeah, bringing the Hong was the greatest decision I could have made for this. Even better if maybe after the mission's over, they say, hey, that's an awesome job you did. You can keep the gunboat. That would be awesome. Miss Brax, you know what to do.
Cannot wait to retire to some.
Oh geez, Miss Brax is using the big gun. She is not wasting any time. That's what I like to see. Usually that's a station killer, but she's like, maybe I can hit a pyramid with my nose. I know if old Lita Wee says there's some unreconcilable differences and the cock has to go and that station has to go, then I'll bring the rest of the fleet proper, of course spearheaded by the Hong, but bring in all the destroyers to take flanking positions as well. But I don't know if Lita Wee is going to want to do that. The point of this highway is to avoid them at a very high speed. So I don't know if that is his concern or not. But it does almost look like we're at the jump gate. If my... Oh no, we're not almost at the jump gate at all. Nope, halfway.
We have arrived at our destination, and may I say I am delighted that this is the case. Fleet, may I request that you shoo away the remaining cock to unburden our posteriors?
Right, get the cock out of your rear end. I got it. I believe the Hong can accommodate for sure. In fact, yep, Miss Brax is already lowering the boom. I tell you, you can't see it until you're on it. Maybe they don't know what's waiting for them out there in the mist, and then once they realize it, they'll realize mistakes have been made, and it's too late to do anything about it.
Queen's Guard.
Just down to one protector. I think we can finish him off, but Nope, the Hong is already firing. Miss Brax has him on lock. The crew.
We have received word from Lilac Finn. Their scouting mission has resulted in new and exciting, yet also somewhat worrisome discoveries. While we approach the rendezvous point, you have the opportunity to dock at the carrier and have your ship automatically repaired.
Yep, Miss Brax is waiting on further orders, and we do not need a dock up. We'll just nuzzle on in and see where the carrier needs to go. Oh, we are picking up speed now. Menelaus' reminiscence has somewhere to be. Miss Brax, I hope you realize how quickly we're getting away from you and can join us soon, because this guy ain't playing around.
That you have heeded my call. Feast your eyes on this emerging cataclysm.
What cataclysm? What are we talking about? Observe the gathering cock. Uh-oh.
I am truly torn between awe and apprehension. I think we may have uncovered a cock gathering place.
Gathering for what, exactly? I feel compelled to ask.
Look, they are warping in and out. Are they planning a mass attack on the highway? And yet, this feels as though we are intruding on something very private.
You
Private
are
cocks.
suggesting that this location may hold societal value to the Karg. A holy place within their sanctuary. A jump beacon. Is this a ceremony of procreation?
Oh, we can't have that.
Though I concur with your doubts, the military implications of this discovery are undeniable. It pains me to say that we must disperse this congregation, and without delay.
Point on the map. They won't take it. Assault the cock position with the allies. But we are kind of skirting the outside. I was kind of waiting for the fleet to move in and join, but it looks as though we might be sweeping down to the south, and Miss Brax is as well. But if Miss Brax is going to lead the charge, then that's going to be our cue to jump in. All right, Miss Brax, remove all orders and wait. Hold there until we see the fleet actually move in and engage, and then we'll set an attack all order. All right, Hong is just off of our 11 o'clock high, and Menelaus' reminiscence is moving toward the beacon or procreation place. Our fighters going in and engaging. Yes, indeed, this is our time. Now, Miss Brax, if you please. Attack targets in range, and now she's got her orders. Hong will be coming in. As soon as we see those guns light up, we'll be moving in to assist.
We are on the cusp of engaging a dauntingly large school of Karg. Do not hesitate to dock for your own safety should the need arise.
Danger.
And Hong is opening fire. That's what I like to see. So if anything, the Hong will distract some. Tally-ho, let's get in and do what we can here. So what my goal is to protect the Hong. So I'll stick close to my ship.
Sir, our adversaries bolt in panic.
Are they bolting or are they moving? Because it's a little suspicious if they all just turn tail in one direction and head a certain way. I'm thinking they might be trying to get out of the way. Hong is holding station though, distracting nice and well. And I'll tell you what, that carrier, Menelaus' reminiscence, isn't afraid to get in there and mix it up either. That's what I like to see. We've got some help from our Boron. Queensguard coming in. Hopefully Miss Brax sees them. They're going to be coming upon her, I guess, is that the starboard side?
Danger.
Retain your vigilance. There are still Karg remaining.
Yep, Miss Brax sees them. Moving the Hong into position, and she should be lowering quite the amount of fire in the Queensguard direction here soon. Yeah, there she goes. That's what I like to see. Even if you don't hit one, you'll hit the one behind it. That's what it seems like. Excuse me, Miss Brax coming through. Yeah, one thing about this hail of gunfire is we're forcing them to scatter and sort of break formation so they're not one big cohesive wall. If we can get them to scatter, we can pick them off little by little.
Danger.
And if we can focus on the ones that the Hong is focusing on, she can turn her turrets elsewhere. And if they're following me, I will happily lead them to the Hong. It looks like Miss Brax has quite the range on him, that is for sure. And these Queen's Guard is going to be what I'm the most concerned about. They're the ones that take the biggest beating. But here's the Hong peeking out from behind an asteroid. Surprise! And that's what I like to see. Still fire coming from the Hong. I would be a little bit nervous. Whoa, sorry, Miss Brax. I'd be a little bit nervous if I didn't see any fire coming from the Hong. That means that the Cock have got the turrets.
If the Cock are able to engage their jump drives at a moment's notice, why did these ones stand guard the street?
A justifiable question indeed, which, oh dear,
That was no retreat, was it?
It was an
I
attack?
may have just received the confirmation that indeed it was not. Lilac and Azure Fins, I require all of you to redock in our area at once.
All right, docking at. I'm already here. On our way.
Docking granted.
Now, does this thing have a docking computer? We will see. Nope. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, cool. All right, so Miss Brax should still follow us, as she's still got the protection order. So if we're going to hightail it into the next system, she'll be right behind us.
About to do something very reckless, my old friend. But recent developments have taught me that it behooves
Hello
me
there.
to weigh the risks and to be bold in the face of crisis.
And what is that?
Hey, our fellow Boron at the construction site have sent word that the Ka'ak are attacking in force. We shall cross the blinding barrier to come to their aid.
All right, say Doc to safely pass the hazard, and the Hong should follow suit. I don't exactly know what's up, but Miss Brax, go ahead and follow that ship until further notice.
Oh, such a blunder. I sincerely hope that our friends will be able to fend off the assault for a while longer. Now is not
Me as
the
well.
time for gloom and introspection, Commander. Those Ka'ak must have thought us securely ensnared. But now...
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Indeed, and I don't know if the Hong will follow us across the expanse. What I might have to do is say, fly and wait here, and see if Miss Brax pushes the envelope to get across, or if she's going to go the safe way. So if she goes the safe way, there we go. Can we tell her to attack targets in range from this order? And we'll see if she joins us in the engagement, or is she going to try to turn around? It looks like there's enough boron that we might be able to withstand this particular attack.
Our adversaries are on visual.
They are attacking the supply transport.
All ships, please fan out and provide our allies with relief.
All right, that is us. Let's get to it. I believe we're safe. And unfortunately, no Hong, I don't believe, in the near area. It's almost like they knew what they were doing. They said, well...
Your attack immediately.
No, I need to attack. That's the whole point of this. The Cock knew that we might not risk jumping across the expanse, so if they can keep the Hong preoccupied, then we'll have an advantage, but thankfully it looks like the Boron are coming out in force. And is that me or is that the Hong nearby? No, the Hong is 88K away, probably still trying to find her way around.
Queen's Guard.
So I don't believe the Hong will be able to assist us in this particular engagement, but we have quite the bit of firepower nonetheless. Well, if they wanted to fight, they certainly got it. The skies are open with gunfire. Let's see if we can deal with as many Queen's Guard as we can. Take off the big threats. I don't believe the Protectors would survive too long under this, but the Queen's Guard, that's a whole nother ball of wax. Yeah, it is a good thing that the Boron brought a carrier with about as enough firepower as the Hong, that's for sure. I haven't looked to see how close Miss Brax is for joining this engagement, but half shields holding, and it looks like they are thinning. Solid shots on Queen's Guard, trying to stop him from attacking that transporter. And I don't believe Miss Brax has made any leeway to get up here just yet. So Hong is indeed coming around the outside edge.
retreats.
Drive away.
Successfully enveloped their hearts with fear.
Well,
I dearly hope
I
it
don't know
lasts
about
this
that.
time.
but we'll do what we can. In hindsight, what I should have done was get on the bridge and took control from Miss Brax and just drove the Hong straight across the expanse right into the thick of things. Broke through the shields just a little bit. We're trying to get by this walrus as a bit of a shield or protection.
We cannot tolerate your actions.
Protector.
There we go, Protector inside. He's trying to get at us. Skadoosh. And just like that, all is basically quiet on the Western Front. Looks like
No
just
further
one to go.
Kahak are appearing on our radar. Oh my, a colossal weight has been lifted from my mind. Please, let us meet in person for a debriefing. I insist.
All right, if you say so, and there's Miss Brax saying that she doesn't really have anything else for us. Mr. Jerrigan, if you please. All right, Mr. Jerrigan, go ahead and dock and wait. And Miss Brax with the Hong is coming slowly but surely. Status report, the Hong is perfect, 100% all across the board. And our gunboat only took 2% damage.
Affirmative. Requesting permission to dock.
Bring the ship in slowly.
Acknowledged.
Mr. Jerrigan, some feedback. You don't say when you're careening straight towards another ship at full speed to bring it in slowly at that time. The speed never should have gotten that fast, okay? So be a little bit more quicker on your commands. But for now, everything is looking good. Over to the bridge to speak to Leeway once more. I imagine he is going to be over the moon
How
with what we've done.
kind of you to come.
Yep, well, I mean, you asked me to. So, what can I do for you now?
Welcome again.
All right, so you wanted to see me.
Yes, indeed. I would like to give you my most heartfelt thanks and appreciation for supporting us in this darkest hour. You and everyone else far exceeded my expectations, especially considering the unfortunate turn of events. Of course,
I had some good
also
backup.
remember the reward that was mentioned in the official posting. Though I will need you to restore your temporary ship assignment to us.
All right, so let me get everyone off. Before I do that, you seem dissatisfied,
Am I
though.
truly that easy to read? Oh well. You see, in the moment, it seemed to me that our attack on the Kahak Conclave was unavoidable, that they were most likely planning an attack even before our intrusion.
Yep.
Hunkabo assures me that I have done the Queendom proud and that I made the proper and logical decision. But there remains a lingering doubt, a fear that I have betrayed my conviction for no palpable gain. But please, do not concern yourself with such considerations.
Well, if we
There
get
is
a highway
victory
and
to be
things start moving
celebrated
quick.
today.
So what were the Cock trying to do?
We do not know the answer to that, not with any certainty. It seemed, though, as if they had realized that without capital ships, their attacks against our construction operation and our carrier could only serve as a distraction.
Indeed.
The true target, therefore, may have always been our supply transports. The Ka'ak may have even deliberately eschewed them in the beginning to make us think of them as mindless drones. NVidia has raised such a possibility with me, and I greatly value her loyalty and experience. She also thinks that we forced the Ka'ak into a corner, that they were forced to devise a radical and risky plan despite little prospect of success.
Yep, they had to do something, right?
Fortunately, events such as these are now a thing of the past. The highway will drastically limit the likelihood of our species interacting in the future. So perhaps we are now safe from them, and they from us.
All right, one moment, Commander. I have to clear my crew off of the ship, please.
Yes, of course.
All right, lottie-dottie, everybody. Yeah, back to the Gumption's Gambit, if you please.
Acknowledged.
I hope you all gained some valuable combat experience.
help?
Dina, same thing for you.
Affirmative.
See you back on the Gumption's Gambit. And finally, Mr. Jarrigan.
Can I help? Confirmed.
All right. I hope you enjoyed this thing. It was fun to fly for sure. Alvin, don't want to forget you. Back to the Gumption's Gambit as well, if you please. All right, Thresher is clear. No crew left on board. Let's turn this sucker back in, and we don't even have to worry about repairing it.
Is it
All right,
time
Leeway.
to continue?
It is. You have the ship
I
back.
never doubted your honesty and trustworthiness.
Hello.
And I am pleased to bestow upon you the due reward for your highly esteemed contributions.
Refreshments?
But, as I have just been informed, that is
okay.
not all. Please consider paying a visit to the crew quarters, where someone should be waiting for you.
Oh, yeah? I'll take my leave
And
then.
my eternal gratitude shall accompany you.
All right, so talking to our Finn leader, I wonder if she is going to be happy with the results, or maybe she was surprised to see my capital ship coming to assist, I wonder?
Victory! Praise
Yes,
Queen
indeed.
Menelaus.
Polyphides,
What?
21 full years have passed since the late Queen Menelaus concluded her reign.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Dang. Awful late to the party, eh,
hello
Tinfy?
there.
And how are you feeling?
After that awesome and scary battle, you mean?
Yeah, sure.
Relieved, I suppose? We both made it out in one piece, and that is what really counts.
Here, here.
You kept it together well out there, by the way.
Yeah, like I said, it's not my first rodeo. What plans do you have for the future?
Well, I am going to retire to some nice, cozy... Wait, did I mention that before? Anyway, all this fighting is getting a bit old. Or maybe it is I who is getting old.
What are you now,
I
22?
am thinking... Jamshala or Aishma? Jamshala's main perk is that I still have a lot of extended family living down there from before the dark. So Aishma it is.
Yep.
I would
hear ya.
ask you to come and visit, but you seem so very busy traveling the Gate network, right?
Do I though? Well, Lita Wee told me to talk to you.
Oh, right. One of my flight members was so impressed by your performance that
Really?
he asked to join you.
I'd like to meet
Or
him.
perhaps he simply wants to grab the opportunity by the trunk and go exploring somewhere other than the provinces. Pardon me, the queendom. In
Sure.
any case, Lita Wee has already signed off on the transfer. So turn around and assign your new pilot.
So he's standing right behind me, is he? Put the new pilot to
Hello
work.
there.
All right, hello, Boloba. Yeah, 3-star pilot. You know what, Bolo? If we had a dedicated trader out here besides the Slammer, that would be okay. For now, though, where can I put you? You know, looking at the Astrid, Miss Mellard is a very good service crew member. And Bola here would be a better pilot. So, tell you what, Harry Nedley, the least skilled, welcome to the Hong. Melissa, if you please, work somewhere else for me on the Astrid, and you will be head engineer on the service crew. And that is what I like to see for sure. All right, Bolo, are you familiar with the life of luxury and fast, shiny ships? Because if you are, I have a post for you. Welcome to the Astrid, Captain.
I trust the hiring ceremony has gone well.
Oh, yeah,
I believe this ultimately concludes our cooperation, permanently this time. Let me again wish you farewell and safe travels.
I'm still working for the Queen, though. I still might see you around. And the High Road, mission complete. I think that leaves us with the Queen's mission. And take a look at that. We now have quick, fast, and easy highways around the explodey bits. It still doesn't help large ships, though. Large ships are still going to have to peter around, but small and medium ships, blow, straight on through.
Fellow pilot?
Mr. Bow, fellow pilot, your final assessment, good sir.
You request my assessment of our mission or of your personal performance?
Either one.
Allow me your indulgence for this small jest.
I say.
Your skill in battle was, of course, nothing short of exemplary, much like that of my fellow Finn leader Tinfagar, for whom I continue to hold great respect.
Sure.
I am likewise impressed by the ebullient and audacious decisiveness of our good commander Leeway. My distaste for provincial mentality and custom seems to be entirely unfounded in this case. I understand that you have both already received high accolades. And from none less than Her Majesty the Queen Polyphides herself, I might add.
Oh yeah, I'm in her personal
such an astute and auspicious leader are utterly wasted on mere local administration or a humble captaincy. I shall look forward to hearing more about your rapid rise in our freshly interconnected galaxy, and indeed that of Leeway.
Yeah, and if you hear anything, let me know. So, what will you do now?
Why, I shall return to my station and await Her Majesty's further instructions, of course. I am, after all, a dutiful member of her Royal Wardens. Some of my compatriots may be tempted to enjoy their well-deserved leave and retirement, but I am of the persuasion that to serve is a privilege.
Sure.
And I'm furthermore minded not to painfully lodge my appendages in one of these constraining suits for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I can imagine that is pretty uncomfortable now that you mention it. All right, give me a moment, sir.
Naturally.
An outstanding work at the controls, Miss Brax. You definitely lowered the boom. It was amazing to see you get to work from the outside. Usually, I'm on the bridge watching this ship do its thing. Let's actually make double sure while we're here that nothing needs to be done. Oh, we took a little bit of a beating. An engine, medium shield generators, one large turret, and one... So the engine's got a little bit of damage. I'm sure the service crew is on that, but we can definitely top it up. It's only 107 credits to repair, but I'm not wasting that. I'll hop in my spacesuit and top that up for the time being. And while we were fighting, 485, 13.9, 693, 1.2, 1.2, 2.2, 1.5, 1.1, 166, 586. 193, 217. That is what I'm talking about. So that leaves us with the diplomatic arrangements, and we started to look for the diplomatic arrangements. The missing envoy is what we started, and we might as well finish. The thing is, I'm not sure what kind of trouble we're going to run into over here in Nopalio's fortune. If we need to bring the fleet, or if we need to bring just the Gumption's Gambit, or maybe a mix of everybody. Not sure. One thing is for sure, though, we will repair up the Hong, just top it off. Most of them were at 99%, I imagine, and start working on the Paranid Dignitary and continue working on the extra stuff for the Queen. And now that that highway in Sanctuary of Darkness is built, kind of sporadic, but yeah, I'm not complaining. But there are those highways up and running now that we are in system, seeing them for the first time. Miss Brax is taking the Hong on over to meet the missing dignitary location, bringing, of course, the fighters and everything we need. If we are a bit damaged, I think we're gonna be, yeah, we're just outside of Hatikva's choice, so we can swing by the shipyard if need be, but I don't see really a need for that. But I will see you when we start closing in on the dignitary's location, and we will start reworking for the Queen herself. See ya.